Today is the appearance day of Srila Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami is said to be Vilas Manjari, one of the intimate associates in the divine pastimes of Radha and Krishna in the spiritual world of Vrindavan. And so many of those confidential associates descended along with Radha Krishna in their most munificent incarnation as Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was born as the son of Sri Balaba, who was the brother of Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. These three brothers, although very, very, very pure, intimate devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, under certain pressures, they were forced to accept the position of the high ministers under the great Mughal dictator, the Nawab Hussain Shah. He conquered all of Bengal, and he very much subjugated those who he conquered, serving him and maintaining his kingdom so wonderfully for him. They were given fabulous riches. They had beautiful, beautiful palaces, wonderful gardens, servants, fine clothes, jewels, big, big treasuries. They had everything. But the three brothers, they were always just waiting for the day when they could leave it all and just give their lives to the simple devotional service of Radha and Krishna. Balaba was a devotee of Lord Ram. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, having received letters from them and knowing their hearts as a super soul, he came to Ramakeli, their capital, and there he met Sri Rupa and Sri Sanatan and Sri Balaba. They came in the middle of the night to see the Lord because he was performing such big, big, wonderful kirtan throughout the day that there were literally hundreds and thousands of people with their arms raised, dancing in ecstasy and loudly chanting. So they did not want to create a disturbance for the Lord. So they came in the middle of the night when no one would see them. And it's a beautiful story of the meeting between Sri Balaba, Rupa and Sanatan with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. With straws in their mouth, they offer their prostrated obeisances with such humility that the Lord remarked, "Please get up, your humility is breaking my heart." And they surrendered to him, that we're willing to do anything for you and everything for you. Meanwhile, Jiva Goswami was just like a baby. He was a very small child, but he heard about the extraordinary characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So secretly, he followed his uncles and his father to that place. And from a slight distance away, he was watching the beautiful exchanges between Lord Chaitanya and his father and uncles. And he saw how they surrendered their lives, their everything to him. But most of all, he witnessed the extraordinary beauty of Sri Gaura Sundar, who had a beautiful complexion like molten gold. He actually exhibited Srimati Radharani's very own bodily complexion. And his elongated, beautiful lotus-like eyes, and his long arms which extended beyond his knees, and his every limb was so supremely beautifully and delicately constructed that Jiva Goswami just became intoxicated with ecstatic love for this wonderful person. And day and night he could not forget this beautiful darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he could not stop chanting the holy name. In that darshan, he also saw the beauty of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So out of spontaneous love from his earliest days of childhood, living in a beautiful palace, he would make little deities of Krishna and Balarama. And those deities, he spent the whole day worshipping. He wasn't concerned anything with playing with his friends. He would make garlands for the deities and offer flowers to the deities. And he would offer chandan to Krishna and Balaramji. And sometimes he would get nice sweetmeats and other food and he would offer them with devotion. And he would get nice clothes and jewelry and decorate them. His whole day was simply serving the Lord and dancing for their pleasure and chanting the holy name. Then the day came when he heard that his father and his two uncles had left their government services to go to Vrindavan on the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And even though he was a small child, his mind was simply thinking, when will that auspicious day be when I could leave everything and go to Vrindavan? Meanwhile, he was serving Krishna and Balarama, and even when he would go to sleep at night, he would take Krishna and Balarama and very tightly embrace them to his chest, and then he would sleep nicely. But one night he had a dream. Actually, the dream was in two parts. The first part of the dream is he saw Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu dancing in kirtan, and there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people in all directions, all dancing ecstatically with their arms raised, loudly chanting the whole inundating the entire universe with the beautiful sound of the holy name. Seeing the beautiful dancing of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, Jiva Goswami's heart was just filled with ecstatic love. But then his dream broke, and he woke up and he felt terrible separation. Where has this beautiful form of the Lord gone? And then he fell back asleep. And then when he dreamed again, Krishna and Balarama appeared, his worshipable deities. And then Balaram, right before his eyes, transformed into the beautiful form of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and Krishna transformed into the beautiful form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he, with tears of ecstatic love flowing incessantly from him. And then when he rose up, Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya both very, very affectionately placed their lotus feet on top of his head. And then they embraced him in great love. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that, Jiva, I am giving you to the care of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu said, may you always find shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Gaura Sundar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And after speaking words like nectar into his ears, they disappeared. Plus his father, Sri Ballabha, on his way from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri to come to see Lord Chaitanya, he left his body on the banks of the Ganges. So little Jiva was so much mortified by the demise of his father, by the separation of his uncles, and especially it intensified after this wonderful dream. So soon after this, he left his home and he went to Navadvip Dham.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on thesacredconnect.com.